What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Jared's Books. I am Jared, and I am pretty excited about this review. I got on the last video. I asked all of you like for some book recommendations, and I got a few. And I went ahead and went with one and picked up Justin Cronin's The Ferryman. I have no idea why more people on booktok or booktube or the book community are not talking about this book. This book was great, and you don't really see a lot of people talking about it, and it was fantastic. So we'll jump into. I'm always going to talk about like the physical profile and like hand feel because I do think it makes a big difference in your reading experience. Fits well in the hand. Pages feel really good. Good texture. It's got some great font and spacing. It makes it very readable. Um, in this book, you're going to follow Proctor Bennett, who is a ferryman in a dystopian slash utopian kind of future setting. So in this setting, it takes place on an archipelago, a series of islands, and on one island is the island of Prospera, which is where the kind of elitist class of people lives. They have a very nice life. Everything's great. And then on another island, it's called the Annex. There's the support staff, which is going to be your maids and garbage men and things like that. Then there's another island called the Nursery. And what's unique about this story is uh, everybody has like a monitor embedded in their arm, and it's monitoring their health, and there's a rating system that goes in it. And once you reach a certain age or your rating dips below a certain number, you're reiterated, is what it's called. And you're ferried over on a ferry to the nursery, and you're reiterated. And basically, what that means is your memory is wiped clean, and you are reincarnated you come back as like a 15-year-old, and you're given up to adoption to another family. So it's a constant life cycle. It's still your life, but your memories are wiped, and you just keep going. It was a pretty cool concept, really cool. I liked it. Proctor Bennett, the main character, is a ferryman. And what he does is when people are ready to be reiterated or retired, he oversees their transition of getting to the ferry and getting across to the nursery. It's his job to make it as pleasant as possible because they're going to be understandably shaken up and maybe scared and things like that. Well, things take a turn in the book when he gets assigned to take his dad to the ferry because now his dad is old. He's decided to voluntarily retire himself. And when he gets to the ferry, he has a massive freak out. And he says a cryptid message to Proctor. That message starts leading Proctor into second guessing the world, the way things are, starts looking into things. And I don't want to give away too many spoilers in this, but this book gets real crazy. This is a futuristic science fiction mystery, and mystery to the true sense of the term. Thriller, psychological thriller. I would say this book has very heavy aspects of The Matrix, Inception, Total Recall, The Giver, all kind of melded in one, and it was really cool. Justin Cronin does a great job of world building in this. Very descriptive. You really feel like you're in the setting. It's uh, it's a good mixture of prose to dialogue. I like a lot of prose stuff. That's why I liked John Williams' Stoner and things like that. Introspective looks. This is a very introspective book. There's a lot of personal insight that Justin Cronin has put into here, and I really like it. It really gives the book like a soul kind of feeling. You're getting to know the author through the story, and I really like that. It The pacing is very good. I would say up until the second third of the book, the pacing does kind of lag, and I don't think the book needed to be as long as it is, but the book still reads very very fast. Um, I know it's been like almost 2 weeks since my last video, but I was on pace to finish this one in like 5 or 6 days before I had to go on a 4 day business trip where I got sidetracked. You can rip through this book. The story is going to make you want to rip through it. It's engaging. It's great. Some of the things I didn't think were so great about it, I guess, would be there's a lot of secondary characters, and Justin doesn't really flesh out the secondary characters that well. I think there was still a lot left to be done there. The pacing in the middle part of the book I thought was pretty slow and could have been sped up. And then this book has a major, major plot twist that happens in it, and it worked. He did a great job of tying in the old story to like what was taking place, why it happened, and things like that. So you weren't just like completely transported, but I still liked the originals where the original story was kind of going, and then it kind of just got whoop, kind of the rug swept out from underneath you. But it made it for a very interesting read. So I would definitely recommend this. Um, I would give this one a 4 out of 5 stars easily. I would recommend it. It's a great book. Justin Cronin's writing is really good, and so much so he is the author of a trilogy called The Passage, which is another science fiction kind of thing that I'm probably definitely going to pick up pretty soon. Just because I enjoyed this book so much, it was really good. And this was a recommendation from a subscriber, so I don't want to call out like names or anything like that, but thank you for recommending this. I only got a few recommendations last time, and this was one of them, and I really appreciate it. That being said, send me your recommendations for other books. I just ordered, I think his name's Brian Greene's The Fabric of the Cosmos. I really enjoy space stuff and science, so I was looking for a little bit of nonfiction, but I really like fiction too. So send me some recommendations, and as you can see, I'll definitely check them out. One of the goals of this channel is to get engagement with other readers and people that like literature, but also I want to review books that aren't mainstream, that aren't being reviewed in the booktube space, I guess. Like everybody always talks about Red Rising. Everybody always talks about Lonesome Dove. Everybody always talks about anything Stephen King related, which I love Stephen King. Don't get me wrong. Um, don't nail me to the wall for that. But nobody's talking about The Ferryman by Justin Cronin. Nobody. In the year of doing these videos and being pretty heavily involved in the book reviewing community and YouTube and looking into everything, I have not seen one review done on The Ferryman, and this is a fantastic science fiction novel. 4 out of 5, and no one talks about it. And that's what I mean. I want to find books like this. I can't really remember the last um, not so well known book that I gave a good review on. So, once again, to the subscriber that recommended The Ferryman, thank you, because this is what I needed after reading Sphere. Sphere, my last book review, left a bad taste in my mouth. I was really underwhelmed. The writing was surface level, amateur. Uh, I don't know. Maybe there just weren't a lot of writers back then. That's how Michael Crichton got some of his stuff going. I mean, I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. It was a giant squid. Who gives a shit? Um, so definitely check this one out. I thought it was cool. The mysterious aspect of it, the thriller aspect, the psychological thriller, the plot twist. I could have done without the plot twist. Matrix meets Inception is what it is. So if you like that kind of stuff, definitely check it out. In other news, I know last video I shared like a Bob Ross painting that I did that I was pretty proud of. But then after a couple of days, I really think that, and if anybody else is doing any writing, maybe you could chime in, but I feel like I've just been procrastinating in my writing. I don't know why. I want to get this novel done so bad that I'm 85% of the way through now, maybe 90% of the way through, and I'm just not. committing the time. Like right now, I'm doing this YouTube video when I know I should be reading my story and and writing. And what's happened is I think my novel is okay. Like the premise, the concept of it, but I have a better idea in my head that I really want to start fleshing out. And I feel like I can't do both at the same time. Like I want to get this one done before I start on something else. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm kind of in a frustrated space right now, creatively, actually. So that's my personal creative debacle tangent that I'm on. Uh, Went on a business trip over the last 4 days, and I'm pretty sure that I'm not feeling that great, which seems to come with the territory now. Anytime you travel mass transit, it seems like every single time I've done so, you just end up getting sick. But that's that. I hope everybody else is enjoying their week. I hope you're reading good stuff. I want to know what you're reading, so please shoot over some stuff. Could be fiction, could be nonfiction. I like a lot of nonfiction stuff. So send me your ideas because I get pigeonholed into like science fiction and thriller and horror and that kind of thing. And I want to read other stuff, other genres, other authors. Um, I know I do a lot of Stephen King stuff, so I'd like to. I like your feedback. Definitely, once again, to the subscriber, thanks for the recommendation. It opened up a whole new avenue. I'll definitely be reading more Justin Cronin, and that's all I got for this week. This is the second take, so hopefully the microphone worked this time, and we don't have to do this a third time. As always, thanks for stopping by. Keep reading. Talk soon.